this song? You ever heard that song?
Balls rolling. Tell me stuff is going on, what have you. My computer's being slow, off to a fantastic start, right? For the good stuff. But I know they come here for the good stuff. Why would they come here for the bad stuff, David? It doesn't make any sense.
They don't come here for the bad stuff.
Bright and early, coffee ready, water ready, soda ready, Kobe merchandise ready. We're not playing with them. It's Cody's corner.
Let's go.
Listen, oh man, we're off to a flying start. My headphone just turned off. Things are just going, but hey, put her there. Hello, everybody. Welcome officially to Cody's Corner. Cody's week-by-week hot takes on who's going to take the W in the sports you're worried about. I'm side by side by the one and only David. It's another headliner episode. There's not a really subject we're breaking down today for sure, but we got little topics that we want to talk on. Hot topics, some might say. Hey, man, I'm just going to go through the little scroll right here. So, I'm not going to lie to you. As I sip my soda.
Right.
We're going to start with some bad news and let it get more positive as it goes along, if you don't mind, right?
Okay.
So, I don't know if you heard about this. The defensive end from Kansas City, BJ Thompson, had reportedly had a seizure and went into cardiac arrest during the special teams meeting with the Chiefs last Thursday. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so not even practice. This was like just, one of the sit-downs where they go through plays, what have you, special teams. He's sitting there, just starts seizing. Wow. They have to call the ambulance. They went like on some DeMar Hamlin type, situation. That was last Thursday. As of today is, for anyone listening, is Sunday,
right,
June 9th. So a couple days after that. He's alert and awake now,
good,
quote unquote, from the hospital, going in the right direction. So prayers up to him. I hope that he heals really well. The good news part was that he's okay. At the end of the day, especially if you're not even being active at the moment, you don't know what's going on in someone's body. So that's just to say that, we're glad that he's good.
Yeah, 100%.
Speaking of people that aren't probably so good right now, though, did you hear about the Lions having to forfeit a practice? Did you hear about this?
A practice?
Yeah, so OTAs. OTAs is going on right now.
Right.
Apparently, the week of May 27th, which was, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
A little over last week.
Yeah, something like that.
They had a contact practice when they weren't supposed to be having contact sessions yet.
Okay.
It was fined by the NFL, and now they're actually missing a day of practice because of that to, compensate for it, whatever.
Okay.
Lions came out and said, we take this very seriously, and we're going to practice this going forward, this and that. Look, if you ask me, it sounds like the Lions are ready to get at it. It sounds like they were kind of, you know how it goes, summer camp and all that.
They're ready to get at it.
And you got the couple people yo, when are we gonna put pads on? Yo, wait till we put pads on. Da da da. Whatever.
The way it went last year and everything like that, they're ready to get at it. The way Dan Quinn is, he. What did he say in that in the interview? He was like because they were asking him what he wanted and what the team is looking for or something like that. And they were like, and he said obviously something very coachy, right? Something I don't remember what
we're ready to play some football, and hey, we don't play around in this locker room.
All that good stuff. And then they asked him, they're like, so what do you want? He was like, you know what I want.
Yeah. I do remember that. You know what I want.
I want the whole enchilada.
Yeah.
You know what I want.
Nah, he probably didn't say enchilada.
No, he did.
Right? He's like, hey, we want the whole Cracker Barrel.
No, he said, I want the whole enchilada.
Oh, he did say that?
That's a quote.
You know what's funny, bro? Yo, I want to shout out my friend Ali, bro. I have, and this is not prejudice by any means. Yeah. My friend group that I hang out with on a regular basis is mostly Hispanic people.
Okay.
So, Petey and all of them, right? They're all Hispanic, right? But my friend Ali, he's white. So then, it's so funny because, when we'll all hang out, he'll be the first one to say something in Spanish, bro, and be like, all right, dude. He'll be like, we'll pull up. No, what's good? Dab people up regular. Oh, what's good? All right, whatever. Ali walks in. Yo, what's hola? Be like, all right, bro, you had to be the one. So now Dan Campbell's like, hey, we want the whole enchilada.
Right.
Give it to us.
Right. So.
But I could definitely picture him getting bright red in the face, being like, "Put the pads on, let's go."
Yeah, man. He's
Get
ready.
it going. So, do I think it's the worst thing in the world that they're missing a day at OTAs? No, but at the same time, I'm sure that Dan Campbell probably looks at that and says, this is one last day of mental prep that they get going into the season.
Yeah.
Is it going to make or break them? Probably not.
No.
But it's also, you got to do the right thing at the end of the day. So, one more thing I got on here. I mean, I got a couple things on here, but as far as, like, things that might make or break, you don't really know what's going on. Have you ever heard of the player? He plays for Tampa Bay now. His name is Randy Gregory.
No.
Okay, he's a linebacker. He currently plays for Tampa Bay, right? He's suing the NFL and the Broncos because he was prescribed a medicine. I don't want to mispronounce the medicine the same way I always mispronounce last names on the show.
Okay.
But in the medicine, there was THC, and he was being treated for like post-traumatic stress and things like that.
Yeah.
So he ends up getting fined like $532,000 by the NFL. And this isn't even now. This was back when he played for Denver. So this is why he's also suing the Broncos.
Gotcha.
I can go deeper into this. This is an ESPN article that came out, let's see, June 7th, which is now 2 days ago. Randy Gregory is suing the NFL and the Broncos, claiming discrimination over being fined $532,500 for taking medication containing THC for disabilities during his brief time in Denver.
Right.
In the complaint filed this week in Arapahoe County District Court, the 31-year-old pass rusher, who now plays for the Buccaneers, said he was prescribed dronabinol, for social anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorders, but was denied accommodations to treat those disabilities with the medicine. The NFL and the Broncos both declined to comment on Gregory's lawsuit when reached by the Associated Press on Friday. And it's interesting because the NFL does no longer suspend players who get test positive for THC. Like, what was the name of that one guy that always got suspended? Josh Gordon? Oh, my God, dude. I mean, as a Seattle guy, you already know. Like, he was in and out of the league, like...
Josh Gordon was supposed to be very good.
Nasty.
And he was actually really good.
Yeah,
he just really liked to smoke his weed.
That ain't a problem. Yeah, that ain't a problem.
That ain't no problem.
That ain't a problem.
That ain't no problem.
Listen, so now that that's going on, it looks like it remains among the league's banned substances subject to fines, which is okay, but $500,000? That's
$500,000, man.
It's $500,000, bro.
And football players already, you know what I'm saying?
Look, there's no mystery that all these players that are getting paid in the NFL do well for themselves.
Yeah,
way
obviously.
better than the average person per year, right?
Of course.
But there are certain positions and certain people in the NFL, it's a short window for them. Not everybody's the all-star. Not everybody's going to make it to be like this next big guy that gets the next big contract and does the next big this. There's some players that they get like that 3-year, maybe 4-year gap of being successful, and that money might hold them off the rest of their life. You don't know. Think about it. Like, let's say
especially if they invest it right and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. I'm talking about being like financially responsible, what have you. Don't blow your money.
It should.
And it could even if it doesn't change your life, it's a pedestal to then set you off in the right direction.
Yeah, of course. But $500,000 hurts.
It hurts anybody's pocket. You know, like that's just me trying to say, okay, so I know there's gonna be people out there that say, okay, what's $500,000 to him? You don't know.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't know. $500,000's
and you've
not even a house.
And you've probably never even seen $500,000
ever.
So, what do you
like from the beginning of your starting working career to now? You probably haven't even made $500,000.
If somebody gave the average person $500,000, they would cry. They would, you know what I mean?
Right.
They was right then and there thinking, "I'm rich, my life is changed." Like,
bro, people do that with tens of thousands of dollars. There's people playing Family Feud for $20,000. You gotta go on a game show and guess different things. You gotta wear a suit. You gotta talk to Steve Harvey and all that for $20,000 and a van that they sell on the show. Be for real. No, they always have that. And if you get over 200, you get this Toyota Highlander, and they like spin it on the thing, whatever. But that's just me trying to say that like just because they're professional athletes, money's money at the end of the day.
Money.
So I'm very curious, and I'm going to follow through to see exactly what happens with this. But I don't know, man. Like, what would you do with $500,000 right now?
Man.
Out of curiosity.
It's hard to even, like, say. I'm telling you right now, I mean, I'd work, but it would be like, because
you'd blow it.
No, I wouldn't blow it. If I'm blowing it, but like I'm blowing it on shit that's gonna make me money, like real estate and stuff like that. Like I'm not sitting there
investing in the stock market, things like that.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna make that 500,000 work for me for the rest of my life, and hopefully for the rest of my kids' life and all that shit too.
There you go.
If you can't build yourself off of $500,000, you're bugging. You're fucking bugging.
I agree.
Cash, like imagine somebody, you know what I mean, like, or
there
it doesn't even have to be.
Can't handle it.
It doesn't even have to be cash. You could just drop it right into my checking account.
Right. Direct deposit.
Trust me, I will be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
Let me tell you, if I got 500,000 right now, Cody's Corner. Yo, Cody's Corner might be filmed from like a helicopter next episode. Like
that shit would be crazy.
We'd be up there like reporting to you live from. We're jumping into MetLife Stadium right now.
Jumping?
Like parachuting.
Who's doing that?
Me and you. You wouldn't do that? Come on, bro.
Yeah, who's doing that?
With 500,000, one jump. You wouldn't jump out of a helicopter? You wouldn't jump out of a helicopter? Be for real. One time. Are you scared?
Into
MetLife Stadium. If they told you, okay, I'm gonna give you a wild example.
Okay,
forget MetLife Stadium for right now, right?
And no, not a helicopter, because I don't know. I feel like
a helicopter. You jump out of a helicopter.
All right.
Skydiving?
I've never been.
Me either. But the reason that this is in my brain, right, is I have a good friend. Shout out Albert, big fan of the show.
Albert.
He's getting married this summer, and
congratulations, Albert.
Yeah, congratulations to Albert,
bro. Nice.
And part of his engagement, bachelor, is jumping out of a plane.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Live it up, dude. Live it up.
If I do go to this wedding, I'll have to partake. That's basically that's what's going on.
And how do you feel about that?
I want to do it.
Okay.
I want to do it bad as hell. I'm one of those people, like, if you got to do it now.
I mean, listen, for the sake of the show, if it means I gotta jump out of a helicopter.
Cody's Corner.
I'll see you.
Jump out the plane. No, all right. So I'm gonna give you. This is the scenario I wanted to give you, right? So, week 1 this year, Monday Night Football, San Francisco. They say to me and you, we'll give you guys $500,000 if you jump out of the plane over Levi Stadium. Oh, that's San Francisco, right? Levi Stadium?
I think so.
You jump out and you land in San Francisco Stadium, Monday Night Football. Everybody's hyped. Aaron Rodgers is watching you.
100%.
You wouldn't do it?
100%.
Come on, bro. You have to.
100%.
Come on, man. Look,
100%.
But it has to be the right scenario. If Aaron's not there, I'm not going to do it.
No. If
Aaron's not there, I promise you I'm not going to jump. We would do it for you.
For you, guy.
Do it. Go ahead. There you go.
Listen, yeah, man, I do that.
You have to. It's one of those things, man. Like
the parachutes are like a graphic of Cody's Corner. Like, you know what I mean? Like
it has the logo on it. All right, but obviously you're not jumping alone. Like you have the professional strapped to you.
Oh, that's even
easier.
I think for 500,000 for $500,000.
Yeah,
we could jump out.
Come on, bro.
We'll take the proper training. We'll do our hours.
Right.
You know, and we'll jump.
I'll get my time in before.
We'll get our time in
training,
and we will jump off of that helicopter on our own.
You think you have to
for $500,000?
Yeah.
Each? It doesn't even have to be
not
each
total.
Don't even got to be each.
250.
I could rock with 250.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm saying,
I could rock with
bro. Because look, if 500 could change your life, 250
could
change your life.
No, I'm making 250 twerk.
Come on, bro.
I'm making 250 twerk.
Come on, bro. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. I think there is some people, and I understand, that are like, hell no, I would never jump out of a plane. Oh, I would never.
Man, listen.
Aaron, chill. Aaron, come on, bro.
spider just ran right past you.
It's a good omen.
Yes, it is.
It's a good omen.
Yes, it is.
I look like a daddy long legs or something like that, right? There you go.
Did you ever hear that myth or like that daddy long legs are like the most poisonous spider, but they don't have?
That's tarantulas.
No, I don't think it's.
They're the most poisonous, but they don't have the teeth to bite you.
Yeah,
I think that's tarantulas.
Tarantulas do have. The tarantulas have little fangs.
Yeah. Oh well, like look, the only experience I have with tarantula, I had a best friend growing up, Jeremy. Not the same Jeremy. Shout out that Jeremy. He had Jeremy. 2 tarantulas, and I remember he was like, I would go over his house, and he'd be like, "Hey, you want to hold one?"
No.
You would not hold a tarantula, but you would jump out of a plane. Is what you're telling me?
100%.
Bro, I remember being a child. I was like,
what?
I was like 13, 14, and I would hold this tarantula. It would climb up my arm.
You're bugging out.
All that, bro. Yo, what are you scared of, dude? It's a spider.
I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. I'm looking, and then these pictures aren't helping me at all.
Let me see. Let me take a look. All right. See, well, like, you know, when you look at
those
it like that.
Those aren't helping.
But tarantulas don't even come at you like that, bro. Dude,
I don't
but
care.
all right, but you Googled, do tarantulas have fangs? So you just found all these pictures of like the fangs of tarantulas coming right at you, like evil. They don't
because they have them. That's what. And so why
I'm talking about a domesticated tarantula.
A domesticated tarantula. How do you domesticate?
He lives in a cage.
How do you? That doesn't mean that
it's not a wild tarantula.
But it doesn't mean that it's like domesticated. Domesticated means that you're breaking like its wild instincts.
You are.
With a spider. This tarantula has the mental capacity.
Well, look, I'm not telling you.
I'm just this tarantula has the mental capacity. This insect.
Yeah.
Sorry, not an insect.
No, please. Arachnid.
Sorry, this arachnid.
Yeah.
I caught myself.
Call back from the show. Yeah.
Has the mental capacity to be domesticated.
Yeah.
So if I can call it like this and like, oh,
that's
you
not
know
what domesticated means.
And I know it's
though.
gonna like
the tarantula's not gonna sit and roll over and play dead.
No, but he's
like,
gonna. Okay,
that.
all right. So let's think of tarantula things. All right, so it's gonna crawl up my arm and just sit on my shoulder, real nice.
It was the Jeremy's tarantula. It was just look. I'll never forget this, bro. I must have been like 13 years old. Jeremy. I don't know if he had just gotten the tarantulas or like he like was practicing with the tarantulas. I was like 13. He was a year younger than me. He was like 12. He's like, "You want to hold my tarantula?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I held it right like this, and then it started going up my wrist. And he said, "No, just relax." I said, "All right." So he crawled up my arm. He went like all the way up here, got up to my shoulder. And then he just grabbed the tarantula. It came off. They didn't bite me. They didn't start going places. They didn't go on my face or my head or just relax. And he has 2 of them. Well, that's a whole different story. Jeremy himself is like an animal person. Like literally like the closest thing I ever knew in real life to like Steve Irwin. Like what was his name? What was the name of that guy? The crocodile hunter? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Steve Irwin.
That was his name, right? The crocodile hunter.
Yeah,
literally, hunter. This was like the closest I had to Steve Irwin as a friend. Like growing up, he had like tarantulas, rabbits, birds, geckos, snakes.
And when you walked into his house, did he say crikey?
It was like Ace Ventura. Like you know, like when you walk in like the intro to Ace Ventura movie, and like they had all the animals just around. Like that was Jeremy's house, bro. That was him. That's how he was living. So. Very, very, very interesting. I was never been scared of animals for that matter, just because I grew up hanging with this guy, and I was just. I
mean, I'm not afraid of animals.
You're afraid. You were less hesitant about jumping out of the plane than you were about holding the tarantula.
Again, dog, cat, no problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all good. I have like even people that my dog doesn't like anybody, has no problem with me. I've got no issue with animals.
Dogs don't like me, bro.
Really? Dogs like me. They say something that say something about your soul when kids and dogs like you. When kids and like animals.
Something about your soul?
Yeah, you have a.
I have a good soul, so I have a bad soul. If dogs don't like me.
That's not what I'm saying, but dogs have a sense.
They can smell your soul. Is what you're saying?
They've got a sense.
I had a So this is my problem. I don't think. Well, right now I think dogs don't like me, but this also has to do with
they can also smell. Like,
that's the thing. So my girlfriend has 2 cats. So I feel like a lot of times when I walk around, I might have the smell of multiple cats on me.
That has nothing to do with it.
You don't think that has anything?
That has absolutely nothing to do with it. Dogs don't. No.
You don't think dogs can smell that and start tweaking out? Oh my god, a cat!
No. It'll. A dog will. If a dog, like, he'll come up to smell you because it's a smell that, like, maybe it's familiar-ish or whatever. I have a dog, so. Obviously, I know like
your dog's hilarious. I saw a TikTok of your dog not that long ago. No, don't roll over on your back. That video had me rolling.
Yeah, he's a punk.
What kind of dog is that?
He's an American Staffordshire Terrier. So he's in like the pit bull family and everything like that.
Okay.
So yeah, he's
shout out your dog.
Yeah, shout out to Buddha, man. That's my boy.
Your dog's name was Buddha.
Yeah, my dog's name is Buddha.
So this is I wouldn't say irrelevant, but this is also just like ironic. My cousins actually just had I believe it was a pit bull that just passed away.
Oh man.
And the pit bull's name was Buddha.
Oh.
Also.
Man, well, look
Small
at that.
world. So hey, man, look, shout out to Buddhas out there.
Shout out to Buddha. But I say that because
are you Buddhist?
No, I'm not. It's not going to make a dog not like you. So, do you like dogs?
I love dogs.
So that's weird to not. I mean,
this is my whole thing, right? So I always.
How many dogs have you encountered that don't like you though? Like, or that you felt
that like
having,
actively don't like me?
Because they might just like. Oh,
but like the thing is, I'm talking
You're
about.
You're going off of one dog.
No. But I'm talking about like this one dog that I interacted with. Like, so I'm gonna tell you the whole story, and my friends know this as well. So
Okay.
it's not that dogs plural don't like me. I feel as though like I'm pretty good when it comes to dogs because like I always had family that had dogs. I was never able to have a dog myself because my sister's allergic to dogs.
Yeah.
So I never had a dog myself. However, I never had a problem with dogs until I used to hang out a lot with my friend Dan. Shout out Dan.
A lot of shout outs this
No. You gotta
nothing
when
wrong
you
with
get the
it.
chance.
100%.
We're here. This is the animal
100%.
Ace Ventura part of the show. I guess.
Shout out
right?
Dan.
Shout out Dan. I used to go to his house all the time growing up. Like, was my guy. I used to like this was my guy. I used to be at his house frequent. Then he got a dog, right? I don't remember the type of dog. It might be like some sort of shepherd of some sort, like English shepherd or whatever, one of those dogs. And this dog just like couldn't stand me, bro. And I had no idea why. I was trying to figure it out. I had been to the house multiple times.
Did he say that this happened with other people?
No,
or didn't
like
happen,
yo,
like...
when I tell you, so like that group of friends that I had with Dan must have been like 8, 10 of us deep.
Right.
He's chilling with everybody else. But he's standing right in front of me like and I'm
really?
I'm like, yo, Dan, get your dog to fucking chill, bro. And he's looking at me like, what did you do to him? I was like, I didn't do anything to your dog. I don't even know your dog.
Yeah.
And he's looking at me and like, all my friends are looking at me laughing like, yo, this dog can't stand you, bro. So then I got friends looking at me like, oh, if you just pet him, maybe he'll relax.
Yeah.
Maybe if you throw a toy at him, maybe he'll relax.
Yeah.
I try to pet him. He bites at my hand, and I had to pull my hand back. Oh, shit. And then I'll throw his toy at him.
Yeah.
I throw the toy.
Yeah.
And he comes barking at me like, what are you doing touching my toy? And he he just actively didn't like me.
That's hilarious,
So the
dude.
first time, I've interacted with this dog 3 times, I believe.
Yeah, right.
The first time was like that, growling at me, like literally like it was like you got like a.
Did you have a hoodie on? Did you have a hoodie on?
I don't remember what I was wearing, bro. I was scared for my life this day.
Okay.
So like, so I remember I'm just we're all chilling. I think we're watching a soccer game. Dan's like a big soccer head. There's like 10 of us all posted up in his basement, just like watching a game. And the dog is playing with everybody else, like jumping around, wagging his tail, whatever. And it's like he would remember I was there and be like, and just like, yo, actively with me. I don't know what I did. But I had just came from my girl's house with cats.
Yeah, but that was the second time, not the first
This
time.
was the first time. And then the second time, I didn't come from her house. and like I knew I was going to his house, and I remembered how the dog was the first time. So I'm fucking, I changed clothes that I wasn't at her crib with, and I made sure my clothes were squeaky clean, what have you, whatever. And same thing, bro. I remember this time. The second time I went, I remember my boy Brian was in his basement making wings.
Ooh.
Right? So then we're in there making wings. I go to grab some wings, and the dog jumps up, tries to bite me in the back of my leg.
No way.
Bro, I'm walking. Jumps up. I was like, oh. And then at this point, Dan's dad was there, saw this, and was like, all right, we're moving the dog from now on. I don't know why he doesn't like you, but grabs the dog like someone drowning from water, takes him upstairs. I'm sorry, man. I'm like, look, you don't gotta be sorry. This is your house. Yeah. But like, I don't know why he doesn't. He doesn't. And then the third time, I think they knew I was coming, and then they just kept it upstairs. It was kind of
that might just be the dog. You know what I mean?
But there was 10 of us there, bro.
Like I guarantee you, if my dog, like you meet my dog,
I need to meet your dog.
He's gonna be. Well, also my dog is a big mush. So it doesn't matter.
So he'll never try to.
He's not. He doesn't have that, and he's crazy though. Don't get me twisted.
Don't be one of those though. Don't be one of those that's like, oh, he doesn't bite. And
no.
Go to your crib. And
he's not like I used to hand feed him purposely. Like he doesn't even bite. Like if you
so
were
he
to
knows
stick
not to be aggressive with hands.
Exactly. If you can stick your hand into his food while he's eating, and he won't bite
that's
you.
Wild.
Like, I've got him like that. There's other things that he doesn't do. Yeah. But if there's anything that he does, it's not bite. He's not aggressive. But I do have a funny story about a dog that you were saying that. My boy E, he had this growing up like in high school. Mm-hmm. He had this pit bull named Stace.
Okay.
Right? And she was like short to the ground, right? By the time I met Stace was already like in her elder years. Right. But every time like he would say it, like Stace would start barking before we even got up to like the door. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like almost like she knew that there was people. Like if it was just E, I think he'd be good. But since like from the door, like, and she's short, so you would think like your calves or your ankles are done, done up, right? So it was always the type of thing where like E's room, like the front door is here, and like his room is like around the corner, so you would just like kind of just like
as fast as you can.
Sometimes they would have to hold their back, like crazy shit, right? I'm like,
but just with you or with everybody?
No, with everybody. Stace didn't, whatever, you know. Right. So, and I remember, so this was a routine. We went by E's house. I wasn't messing with Stace, even though I like dogs. Yeah, I was like, I'm not, she's wilding, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm out of there. Yeah. So one day, me and E go to the crib, and mom's not there, dad's not there, nothing like that, and he's like in the kitchen. Yeah. So, but like it's not like I'm gonna go to his room. Like he's in the kitchen. He's like, oh, just chill right here. And I'm like, but Stace, like, she's wilding. Like she's right there. Like, I see her.
Yeah. I want to go to the kitchen.
And I know that if like I go around there, she might start. I know where I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's like, bro, just sit down. And I'm like, all right, man. So I sat down. And she starts like walking up to me, like
scoping you out,
like, but growling like a little bit,
like a light.
And I'm like, all right. And then she kind of goes by my feet, and he's like, pet her. I'm like, I'm supposed to touch this dog right now. He's like, pet her. I'm
after
like,
she was wilding like that.
I pet her, man, and she was good. She was chilling.
But that's usually how it goes.
She wasn't like she was extremely intimidating before, but. It almost makes you feel like, what was all that for then?
Yeah, it kind of, because you know what? I think that the truth is that through my experience that I have had with dogs have personalities, man.
They definitely do.
So, like, if they don't know you, it's stranger until you, like, they show, like, your owner shows them, like, okay, we're friends, and then you, like, whatever. This was, like, obviously, I might have, like, PTSD from this one dog. Like, I don't know how else you have to show an aggressive dog that you're not a threat. Like I remember like with this dog right that I'm telling you about, my friend Dan would be like, yo, give me a hug. Like, what do you mean? It's like, yo, if the dog sees me hug you,
I see that, yeah.
We like, he knows that we're friends.
Right.
And then like whatever, I try to hug Dan, and the dog would try to get in between us, like, what are you doing touching my owner?
Really?
And like, no, this dog just, but with just me. I don't know what it was.
Yo, that's
this is crazy. This is the only experience. Dan, if you're watching this,
Dan,
I don't know. I hope me and your dog will be friends one day. But like I don't know, dogs are interesting like that. I remember it was similar to what you're talking about, but opposite. I remember probably the closest that I had to like a dog I grew up with. My cousins had a Maltese. I don't know if you know what a Maltese is.
I do.
Named Yoshi growing up. I'll never forget this.
Cool.
And the dog wouldn't bark at you when you got there, but the dog hated when anybody would leave. So like if you were coming in, wag his tail, happy to see you, jump on you, lick on you, whatever. But the second he saw you put your shoes on or someone open the door, like, don't leave. I don't want you to go anywhere. Stay right here. We're having a great time. Like, please just don't go anywhere. Start wilding. Like, as soon as you would try to get up and go. Dogs are funny, man.
Dogs are funny.
Dogs are hilarious, bro.
Dogs are good stuff.
With that being said, I think that, how did we even get here? Do you remember? How did we get here from what we were talking about to tell me, because I know for a fact you don't remember.
I don't.
Yeah, that's kind of funny, but hey, that's the beauty of the conversation,
show?
Right? Yeah, I guess, right? So, because the last thing that we spoke about sports related was Randy Gregory,
right?
THC.
What would we do?
I said the jumping out of an airplane.
Okay.
Then I said tarantula.
Then I said tarantula,
and then dog. It became dog, right? So all the animals, Ace Ventura. All
there
that.
we got it.
So, speaking of, I have no segue for that. Honestly, I don't know how we get the animals back to football. So we'll just try it. Talking about some dogs, right over there. Maybe, kinda, sorta. I'm stretching it a little bit. Okay, so. I know you saw this. If you didn't see anything else of football news this week, I know you saw this. Did you see Minnesota's new alternate uniform?
I did, man.
Oh, my
you like
God.
Like that?
Look, I'm not going to lie to you. For a long time, I thought, okay, the Jets got it when it comes to alternates right now. Mm-hmm. The Jets got it, especially last year.
Yeah,
when they had like the uniform that they had, and then the alternate was the throwback that they're using now. Yeah. I was like, yeah, the Jets are stamped. Especially when the Giants came out with that booty shit, whatever they came out with, and everything else. I was like, all right, the Jets got it. And then I don't know if you saw Houston kind of came out with a new uni.
No, decent, yeah.
Those are also pretty nice. The font for the numbers hard, like whatever. That all-white Minnesota helmet
with the little lining of the purple.
With the little lining of the I think they called it like Winter Soldier, something like that. Winter
Warrior.
Winter Warrior. Oh my, that is like, that's like up there right now for me, man.
It's a nice one.
I think the last helmet that impressed me that much was either when Arizona came out with their alternate black helmet. That one was pretty clean, with black helmet with the red cardinal on it, or the white Cincinnati helmet with the black stripes on it.
That's a tough one.
That one's pretty tough too.
That's a tough one too.
Man, this new Minnesota helmet is hard.
It's pretty tough.
I gotta tell you. So with that being said, I don't have it up in front of me. This is the last thing I kind of wanted to pull up. Mm-hmm. I wanted to take a look at all the alternate NFL jerseys that are out right now. Mm-hmm. And maybe we could see if we have maybe like a little ranking of some sort.
Okay.
Maybe try to maybe figure it out. Oh,
yeah.
I just found a list of alternate uniforms on our favorite website. What is it, David?
How big is your CBS?
How big is your CBS Sports ranking the alternate uniforms of every NFL team? Oh, this is heading into 2022. That's a little outdated, bro. Man, never mind. Oh, the nerve. Okay, here you go. Ranking. Okay, here you go.
Sheesh.
This is a website I never heard of before. Okay, let's start at ranking number 1.
Speaking about rankings, real quick, Broncos are rated the worst roster in the NFL.
The Broncos?
Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't really surprise me either, bro.
Where do you think, out of the 32 teams, where do you think the Jets land on this list? Let's just say
best to worst.
Yep.
Number 1 being the best or the worst?
Number 1 being the best.
Top 10.
Yeah.
10?
Higher.
I think 7.
Higher.
Get out of here. Don't get me excited. I'll pee myself right now.
PFF.
Oh, PFF. Okay, we like PFF. Okay, a little reliable. Let's call it 6.
Go higher.
No, get out of here. PFF. Shout out to PFF. They got a Jet fan in their back room.
Right?
1.
No, that's too high.
I'm gonna say.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'm gonna say if it's not 6, 4.
Yep.
All right.
Top 5.
Not mad at that. Also,
top 5 roster.
I
mean, if you think about it,
on paper.
Speaking about roster, so this guy. Speaking about our Jets roster.
Let's do it.
What is it? Hassan Reddick not at OTAs.
Oh, is that really? I didn't hear about that.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Why? What, an injury?
Hold on. No. Just I guess wants a new contract, I believe.
From the Jets?
Yeah.
He just got a pretty decent. What was it, like 2-year, $14 million, something like that?
Listen right here.
Look at
the
it.
Jets. Reddick contract, Jets news. Discontent lingers for Jets. This is on NBC.
Okay.
But what does CBS got to say? Here we go. That's March 9th, 2029. But yeah, man. So right now he's not like at OTAs and stuff like that. He's looking for like more money. So I don't know if this is going to be a problem. I don't understand. In lieu of giving defensive Hassan Reddick a new contract, the Eagles traded him to the Jets. And with the Jets not yet giving Reddick a new contract, he has yet to show up for all-season workouts. As noted by Rich Cimini of ESPN, the most clear message could come this week if Reddick skips the team's mandatory minicamp and incurs fines for doing so. The fine, which will be lower than the usual 3-day punishment since the Jets have pre-reduced their camp 2 days, is small in comparison to the $250,000 workout bonus Reddick has already sacrificed by taking a stand. Damn. $250,000?
That's insane, bro. I don't know. Look, I'm not these people. I'm not standing in their shoes, but at the same time, like, if you had to get traded from Philly for contract issues.
Reddick had 4 straight years of double-digit sacks with 3 different teams. He has never missed a game in his 7-year career. The goal is to get enhancement over the contract that pays him $14.25 million in his final year. So he's already getting $14 million a year.
But now you're on a team that has Quinnen Williams, bro. Who's their priority to pay at you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying, right? And that's not to down talk whoever is the number one on that team as far as his position goes, but at the same time, it's like, what did you think was gonna happen? Did you think that you were gonna get traded because someone else wanted to pay you more money? Is that what it is? Because they kind of just filled in your spot with Bryce Huff. Like, they weren't really worried about you like that, bro.
Hold on, because I'm just reading something right now. Once the trade happens, the player has the leverage. Before the trade is done, the message from the team is simple: you want a new contract? Your current team won't give you one. We will. So let's work something out, or we won't be trading for you. That's why wide receiver Brandon Ayuk is still a member of the 49ers. He's making 14.1. If a team trades for him without that new contract, that team steps right into the shoes of the 49ers. No team will do that deal without a new deal for Ayuk. So, I mean, I guess the Jets are supposed to be giving him a new deal.
I guess, but
like kinda, that was like
it kind of sounds more like the Phillies, like the Eagles are just going to wipe their hands clean. Like, oh, that's not my problem.
Well, it's not their problem anymore.
Exactly.
Because we don't want to give you a new contract. The Jets said that they would, so
they owe it to him now.
In a sense, if that's pretty much the consensus of like that term, like, because if you are a player, because you can say no, right? Or, well, I don't know if they have no trade clauses and stuff like that, but yeah, teams do that.
Yeah.
So, sign and trade. We know this guy wants another contract. We're not really necessarily going to give it to him. Hey, Jets, we'll take it. Yeah, we'll give him a new contract.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So it's saying that, but
I gotta tell you, I since we're speaking on that, since we're speaking on ranks and all that, I
like if they would have,
I don't know.
If they would have done the deal, if they would have done the deal before, it would have been on better terms than trying to finalize a new deal now. Like if they would have did it in late March, they would have had a better chance to signing him for however, you know what I'm saying? But because they waited now it's like a player's taking a stand. And then he has essentially all the leverage, right? Because
so you feel like he's not wrong for doing this? Now after reading it sounds like more so that
if there was already some type of an agreement for it, then
he should get what was agreed upon.
Then he should get what was agreed upon. Like whether it be because the Eagles said, hey, listen, we're trading you to the Jets. They informed us that they're willing to give you a new contract, all that good stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or even if the Jets said the same thing, hey, listen, we talked to the Eagles, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? If he's going into it thinking that, being Hassan Reddick, being the caliber of the player that you are, being an Iron Man type of player, which the Jets desperately need those type of players because we do get kind of hit with injuries in certain spots and stuff like that. So having that type of so he's valuable. He has his value.
Right. So on that, can I ask you a question on that?
Yeah.
What's up with Philly being so fishy?
What's up with Philly being so fishy?
They want to send people over here when they feel like they need to get paid, and then we were supposed to hear any results from the tampering investigation by the end of the week. It's Sunday now. Where it's at?
Tampering? What?
What Barkley?
What Barkley? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how...
Well, Saquon?
Yeah.
I didn't find anything.
That's what I'm saying. So, look, now they're trying to send people to New York because they were supposed to get paid, and they're taking people from New York that didn't get paid in New York. It sounds like what's going on in Philadelphia.
Well,
bro.
I mean, listen, the investigation is going to go how deep the NFL wants it to go. They're going to release what they're going to want to release. When they have anything, if they find anything. I mean, listen, I don't think they're going to say something like that without having some type of an inclination or some type of inside source of how that could have happened. But, again, that's a,
So that's not really up to Philadelphia. That's up to the NFL.
That's up to the NFL. Just like it's up to the MLB on how extensively they want to, go
investigate.
Into. Right.
Yeah.
Shohei and stuff like that, so.
I don't know, man. But with that finished, I found the list of alternate uniforms.
Okay.
I don't agree with the list at all.
Right.
But I'm just gonna put it out there to you. Number 1 on this list was the orange Tampa Bay jersey. No, right?
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Number 1 on the list?
Number 1.
As being the best?
This is yardbarker.com.
As being the one as the best.
This guy has to be a Tampa Bay.
I'm asking you is
number 1.
Okay.
Number 1. Look, I'll look at it with you. Number 1 on this list, Tampa Bay, right? You're gonna get disgusted more and more as this goes down. Ready? Watch this. Number 2, the Pats red jersey.
It's not a bad jersey though.
It's not. Is it number 2 though?
No.
Come on, dude.
I'm not. I can't think of all the alternate jerseys right now, so I would like to keep.
So as this goes along, you're gonna be like, okay, that definitely deserves to be.
Exactly,
Ready? Watch this. Number 3, the Kelly Green Philly. Not mad at that.
Not mad at that.
Love the Kelly Green.
The Kelly Greens. The Kelly Greens.
Number
Tough.
4. I'm not look.
Tough.
So number 4 for those listening. Number 4 is the royal blue Seattle Seahawks jersey.
Yeah.
The OG
with the silver helmets.
With the OG helmets on it. I like the helmet. I'm more of a fan of the navy blue than I ever was of the bright blue.
Yeah.
Especially even looking at Metcalf right there, it's not the same.
I hear you.
But okay, let's keep going. Number 5, this jersey of the Giants.
Right.
Which is their actual throwback that it spells out Giants in a dark blue, with the red stripe down the middle. Mm-hmm. That I agree with.
That's a tough one.
Number 5, just for the record, is not the new one they just came out with the khaki pants. That one's disgusting. Yeah. That probably deserves to be last. But keep going. The Titans with their old Oiler colors is also a good one. It's not a bad one.
It's a tough one.
Top 10 though. Look, it's interesting.
Well, we got a few teams to get through.
Well, let me ask you: all right? Because we haven't, and we're not. We're gonna get through this, and we might stop at a certain point, what have you. But do you consider Color Rush to be an alternate? Yeah.
No. I think Color Rush.
Color Rush is Color Rush.
Yeah, they
okay,
have
well then that changes my view on this list altogether because I think that there's a lot of really nice Color Rush jerseys out there.
Yeah, but I think the Color Rushes are they'll wear their alternates more than they'll wear their Color Rush ones.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so. Color Rush is do they even pop out with their Color Rushes like that anymore? I haven't seen it.
So
it might be a 1-2 week thing. The Broncos, I don't really know what this one is. Oh, that's the one with the D on the helmet.
Yeah.
The helmet's nice. The jersey's whatever. You can skip past that one really quick. The all white
Raiders. With the outlining of the black letters and stuff.
It's like with the silver lettering of
the black outline.
That one's not bad. Does it deserve to be top 10? I don't know. It kind of seems pretty plain. I think that in the Raiders organization itself, there's not really a lot you can do because the colors are black, white, and silver.
Yeah.
So is it nice? Yeah. Is it out there? I wouldn't really say so. Yeah. I think other teams have more to work with. The OG Miami Dolphin jerseys, hard. The Dan Marino jerseys, hard.
Good jerseys.
The Falcons, I don't know.
All black joints?
Yeah, those are also pretty nice,
Not bad.
Look.
Another plain one.
Do I think, like I said, are they nice? Yeah. Do they deserve to be in the top 10?
Yeah.
Probably not. Ready? This is 11. New York. Right?
That's a beautiful jersey.
Now, you're looking at it, right? But I'm going to read this for you. I don't know. Whoever wrote this is a hater.
Give me that.
I'm going to read it to you.
Give me that.
Could a uniform's debut have ever gone worse for a team? The Jets are planning to wear these once more this season, but after the Aaron Rodgers disaster, will they follow through? This design might now be, for millennial and Gen Z fans, at least, associated with a traumatic night after Aaron Rodgers went down.
So they're not saying anything about the jersey itself.
Moving past Rodgers' Achilles tear, 4 plays into the Jets' career, these are a fantastic uniform that they never received enough praise due to the Joe Namath look producing a championship. Hopefully the 80s Jet can survive and move forward as a renewed part of the team's uni repertoire.
So they love the jersey.
They like it, but they
don't like what it represents.
Exactly.
Or I guess the memories that it...
Is that the jersey that they were wearing when he got hurt? That's kind of max. Okay. The Steelers, look, we'll go back. Look, the Steelers, I feel like that jersey just looks like the regular one.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like that's not nothing crazy. The Buffalo Bills, all red, pretty fire.
Yeah, the uniform, it's in total.
Yeah, and when we say all red, obviously the red top and bottom with the white helmet, right? Keep going. With the OG little font like that, like the Jerry Rice numbers and all that. I like that. I do like that one. Detroit Lions with the no logo on the helmet. It's kind of whatever.
Yeah, it's okay.
With the old blue, they don't have the light blue they wear now. The Bengals with the alternate orange that they have is pretty cool.
That is a tough one.
I think the alternate white is nicer.
Yeah.
Personally, that one probably belongs on this list, not this one, but we'll get through it. The OG Minnesotas with the green. Well, excuse me.
Well, this list will probably change after they see those.
That's what I'm saying, bro. When they got This is obviously. Let's see when this list.
Yeah, this might be a little bit older.
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll up really quick. I want to
because those Cincinnati Bengals ones should have been instead of those orange ones.
Yeah,
too.
I'm not gonna hold you. This list to me seems like a Tampa Bay fan, 13-year-old made this in his basement.
What did it say?
April 22nd, 2024.
So
it's not an old list by any means. I just think that it might be a biased list, which is a whole different story, right? Let's go back to where we were. Let's see. Minnesota Vikings, right? The Chargers wearing the OG blue that they used to wear, and
I like that blue.
I like that one a lot, too.
I like that blue.
Well, the thing is that I actually liked it more, right? And people are going to disagree with me. Petey used to argue with me about this all the time. I used to like it when this was their home. And then their alternate was the powder blue, but then they made the powder blue their home.
Yeah, and
then this was the alternate. Yeah. So
this is way better. That powder blue is I like a darker blue as it is.
Right.
So that jersey's nice.
Yeah,
that's a nice uniform right there.
I agree. And we haven't gotten to any of the older blues yet, as we gone along, but. One of my favorite older dark blues is when the Rams were in St. Louis. That one is oh my God. Yeah, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, right? Another Broncos one? Yeah, I don't know. That Minnesota one is cool with this one looks like a college jersey almost.
Yeah, I like the Bronco one a bit more than I like the...
Do you really? You like this one?
I like the navy blue. Like I said, that dark blue with that orange stripe on the side, that's a tough jersey.
That is a tough jersey.
That navy blue with that orange, with that dark orange color scheme, that's tough.
Let me ask you a question. This has nothing to do with... This has nothing to do with anything, but I want to ask you. If I decided that I wanted to play in a flag league... Would you join it with me?
Yeah.
like I've been thinking about this because obviously the last time I played football was high school, right? So I've been looking into it, and I feel like, it'd be kind of wild if I got, threw the spikes back on and like went back out there just cause. Yeah. But I'm looking for someone to like, go in there with me, so I'm not just like by myself. Would you be interested?
Yeah, I would be.
Yo, imagine us popping out and
I could get some people.
Come on, bro.
I'm not playing.
I can get some people too.
I can get some people.
We can figure that out. So look, let's keep going because I'll get excited. Oh, see, this one I feel like deserves to be a lot higher. People don't like this one.
The green. The
highlighter green Seattle jerseys.
Yeah.
I feel like, but I also thought this was a color rush. So you see where I kind of get confused, where like where do you consider one or the other, what have you? Then like in my head I'm just picturing Marshawn Lynch running in this. Like this was a sick uniform. I feel like this one deserves a lot more credit. And just for those, I have had people call me out saying like, you always say you're gonna throw a picture on the screen and you never throw a picture on the screen.
Yo, that's so crazy that you said that, because in my mind I'm thinking to myself, I was like, should I ask him if we're gonna throw pictures on the screen?
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I feel like, maybe for like what's the word I'm looking for? The notable ones. I could throw out on.
Yeah, because for every team is crazy.
Every team is kind of wild.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of editing. Do you want to edit it for me? I'm gonna go ahead and say no. So. There's that one's whatever. That's like the Ray Lewis kind of Ravens jersey. That's interesting. Whatever. That's also look. There here we go. Wow, how is that 24? Yeah. And then the other one is higher. Come on, bro. Tough. The all white alternate helmets
that one needs to
of
be
the
higher.
Bengals. Yeah. That one needs to be like top 10 if you ask me.
Yeah, that one needs
at
to be
least higher. 24 out of 32.
Yeah, that's
get out of here, bro.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's in the. That's crazy, bro. The Chicago Bears and the orange. Yeah, those are kind of whatever.
I think those should be higher. I like the all black.
All right, so this is,
I know it's kind of plain.
This is us looking at the New York Jets alternate jersey from last year, the black ones. So I don't know how that works anymore, right? So now that our new jersey for this year is the one with the stripes on it, does that mean that these jerseys are our alternates?
I don't.
How does that work?
I couldn't tell you, bro.
That's a good question.
The way these jerseys be shuffling around, I have no clue, dude.
For real. Because I think, honestly, it'd be a shame if they just discarded these jerseys. These jerseys were nice.
What team have we not seen?
Let's see. Cardinals, I haven't seen at all.
Which is crazy.
We saw the Patriots before we saw the Cardinals.
We haven't seen Packers. We haven't seen the Panthers. We haven't seen the Browns.
Let's see. We haven't seen any New Orleans.
We haven't seen the Saints.
Oh yeah. There you go. Smart guy. We haven't seen the Rams. We haven't seen.
Not the Chiefs.
But the Chiefs, we haven't seen Houston.
We haven't seen the Colts.
We haven't seen the Colts. We haven't seen the Commanders. Haven't seen the Panthers. Haven't seen the Cowboys.
And how long is this list?
We're on number 26.
It says 41. What is it? 16 or 41?
Yeah, I think
what
that's. I guess.
Like the.
But there's. I mean.
Look, Panthers.
There
boom.
You go, Panthers.
That's a tough one though.
The all black one.
That gives me straight Cam Newton.
Yeah, 100%.
That's Cam Newton. That all black.
And Luke Kuechly or Kuechly.
Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, whatever his name was. Yeah, those were tough.
Yeah.
Like when they went to the Super Bowl 2015.
Yeah, it's
hard. Chicago Bears, those are also whatever. Those are pretty plain.
There's the Packers. Those are nasty.
I don't know.
Those are
with
nasty.
With the lemon head helmets.
Yeah, those are nasty.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
man.
that gives me.
These are the Packers that are all green and then the.
Yeah, that gives me real like 1940s.
Yeah, like one bar across the helmet type. Yeah, no. We could miss that. Playing against the Jets in the picture.
Look at that. Look at him running away, not pulling his Achilles there.
Commanders. These are nice.
Is that black?
Yeah, it's all. You never seen that one before?
I don't think I've ever seen these.
And those are nice, man.
These are really
all
nice.
Black of the Commanders.
They kind of look like the Steelers.
It is a Steelers kind of vibe, but it's more dark. It's more dark than the Steelers.
Yeah, they're nice though.
Yeah, no,
they're
like
nice.
Them.
They could be a little higher probably.
So they came out with these, I believe, when they were still the Washington football team. Before they got rebranded officially.
Right.
So they have their numbers on the helmet.
Exactly.
Which is pretty cool, I think. If you and a lot of teams do have the number on the helmet.
Yeah.
Like, especially, I think, notably, like the Giants
it's like
have, like, the number behind the stripe or whatever. But this is, like, you know, it's almost as if before they were rebranded, they had the name, and then the number was on the side of the helmet. Almost like you could see who you were from the side, too. Right. I thought that was pretty cool.
I like it.
We'll keep going. The Eagles all black. I'm not. It's whatever.
They're okay.
I've seen better all blacks.
Yeah.
Right. The Colts. Talking about the Colts. That's an alternate jersey.
I guess with the 3 stripes on the side, like on the shoulder.
The early Johnny Unitas era uniform, ditched before Baltimore's second championship, does not take too much off the table.
Okay.
Yeah,
that gives me real Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
I feel like Peyton Manning wore those a lot.
I guess so, but like those are kind of whatever to me. To be honest with you, talking about the Browns.
There we go. Those are.
And you know what? I think the Browns as an organization should do more with the color brown.
What the hell are you gonna do with brown?
You could make a nice brown jersey, a nice brown uni.
I'm sure they have a brown uni.
I think they have one that's like they do. They have the one that's like brown with the orange numbers on it, and then they have the white pants. You've seen that one before, right? If I'm not mistaken, you could look it up, right?
Yeah.
But they could definitely do like an all brown. I like the color brown. A lot of people don't like the color brown.
With the orange, they got the all brown with the
like top to bottom brown
with the orange
lettering on it. Yeah, I'm thinking of David Njoku. That's brown.
What other color is that?
It is brown. That's brown. Right. That's sick. See that?
You like that?
I do like that, but I like the color brown.
Well, I mean, it's not bad.
You're not a fan. You could be honest. You could be honest with the people.
I think there's better.
Yeah, I mean, I like teams.
I'm not putting it in.
I like teams that do different stuff. So the fact that we saw a bunch of all white and all black, I think it's cool to see an all brown. You feel me? Like I've seen that one a lot. Like I've seen the brown with the white.
I don't mind the white jersey with the brown pants.
That one's not bad either.
I think I like that one more so than the all dookie brown.
But it's not dookie brown though. It's like a chocolate brown. It's like a coffee brown. If respectfully, if your shit looks like that color,
something's wrong.
You might have to go to a doctor.
Nah, it doesn't look like that.
That's like Willy Wonka brown.
That's like super dark brown.
That's like this brown. You know.
All right.
What is that called? Mocha. That Texans jersey was also interesting. The alternate red one that they had with the red helmet.
Not too bad.
Whatever. This makes me think of Devin Singletary. So this jersey probably deserves to be a lot higher. What is this list?
Yeah,
what is this list, bro? The gray alternate Lions jersey is hard.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
That should definitely be
with the white spikes? Come on, bro. That shit's hard.
Yeah, that is hard.
What is this
white
list?
To pop off of it. Yeah, that's nice.
Dude. I know you remember Megatron in this jersey?
That should be higher.
Come on, bro. Megatron and Matt Stafford in this jersey?
They put the jersey with no logo on it before this one. Yeah,
this list is busted. Listen, yardbarker.com. I'm shouting out whoever's name is on this once I get to the top of this article because this is horrific. The all black Baltimore, not mad at it.
It's cool. It's late on the list, but it's cool.
Look, the thing that if you're gonna go all black or all white, right? What really makes your uniform pop out to me is the font of your number, right? And I think Baltimore has a cool font for their jerseys. Cool I think, and a lot of them do. I think Denver also has a cool font. I think Detroit also has a cool font. I don't know. The all white. Oh, what? You know what? I don't blame them for having this low on the list.
Yeah.
This is the all white with the black helmet Saints uni. I think we also said the Saints hadn't been called out yet.
We haven't seen the Cowboys, Jaguars, the Rams.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you say Jaguars, you son of a bitch. We still haven't seen the Cardinals. We haven't seen the Jaguars, the Lizzie Jaguar.
Yo, you're annoying as fuck.
So let's just go back past.
Those are the only. I think those are the only.
Those are pretty cool. If you said those are pretty cool. These are the Indy uniforms with the black helmet.
Yeah, but then the rest of the jersey is
blue and white. Oh, I get why you don't like it. It doesn't really match. I don't know. Let's see.
Maybe if the jersey was black, Chargers again.
Here we go.
That's their best jersey.
This is their best jersey.
That is their best jersey right there.
And it has the navy blue with the highlighter yellow of the Chargers.
Yes.
With the blue lightning on the helmet. That's the one.
That is their best jersey.
That's the one. I agree.
That is their best jersey.
I agree.
There goes the Cowboys. That's not a bad jersey.
It's not a bad jersey. This is the OG one with the striped socks.
That's not a bad jersey.
And the white and the blue star, like the navy blue star on the top.
That's not a bad uni at all.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. 41 being the worst ultimate jersey is the black Bucks. Yeah, I agree. That one's not that crazy.
That one's not that crazy.
That was whatever.
So we didn't see one from the Rams.
Written by Sam Robinson. Listen, Sam, good old Samuel. I'm assuming your name is.
I want to see Rams alternate jerseys because he didn't show the Rams and he didn't do the Jags.
Yeah, I would assume that the Jags is like all teal or turquoise or whatever color that is. Maybe? I don't know.
Oof.
Let's take a look. This is what?
These are the Rams. These are nasty.
Talking about the yellow ones?
Yeah.
Oh, the fade? Oh. You know what, though?
You see, now this Rams jersey right here.
That's what we were talking about.
That Rams jersey
That's the one right there.
That's the.
But I want to ask you this, right? Since we brought up Color Rush, I really liked this one. No, not. I don't know. I don't know if it's that one specifically, but I remember there was a year that the Rams had like a Color Rush, and it was like a mustard yellow. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'm gonna pull it up for you. Look,
I was gonna do it right now.
Yeah, please. Rams, Color Rush, yellow. Yeah, these were hard.
Let me see.
These were hard. Hold up.
Yeah?
Look at that, bro. That's clean. With the big-ass yellow. Come on, bro. That was hard.
I'm good.
That was when they had Tavon Austin.
I'm good on those.
Come on, bro. Nah, those were hard. For anybody that knows, if you know, you know, the Color Rush yellow of the Rams was something to work with. They were wearing that one when they had Todd Gurley. When they had the Todd Gurley boy, come on, with the yellow cleats. Oh, I don't know. Might have to agree to disagree on that one. Oh man, can we find Aaron Donald in one of those?
Yeah. See, now the Jaguars is tough. I like their color scheme.
Yeah, the all teal.
Yeah, the all teal is tough.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that one at all.
The all teal is tough. The teal with the black pants is tough.
Yeah, is that considered an alternate though?
I mean, the all black one too, with a little bit of teal. I like when they wear those.
Come on, bro, with the team all together.
Nah, dude.
Nah, the yellow. You're not a fan of the yellow?
I don't think so, bro.
Oh man, that's okay. I forgive you.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
So. Honestly,
ew, this one's terrible.
Let's rip this last one. I think that's all we got for NFL.
That's nasty work. That sucks.
Yeah,
that's actual. Who knows what year that was?
This black one in the middle. All right, so we're looking at a Jacksonville jerseys.
Yeah.
We're looking at the alternate that they had that it was all black with the teal on the shoulders.
Yeah.
That gives me like Blake Bortles. You know, that era of you're just like, ugh, like that, yeah.
With the Jags patch here.
Yeah, hell
with front of the number, I don't know.
And that font that they used to rock was just, it looked like like Billy and Mandy type numbers.
Yeah, the Grim Adventures.
Yeah, they could have kept that one for sure. So, I don't know, but I think that's all we got for NFL today, man.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, I definitely got a couple of topics.
Hop into some keeping score right now.
We could hop into some keeping score.
You wanna hit him with it this time?
Cue the music. And we're back.
How did it feel?
Felt a little different.
It felt a little different, right? It's not a little different. It's not necessarily the tempo that we're usually on, but we're here though. We're here. So
first thing I want to talk about. Today is Sunday. First and foremost, Game 2 of the NBA Finals is tonight. For those who watched Game 1, it did get a little ugly. The Mavs ended up cutting the game. They were down by like 30 at one point. They ended up cutting the game to like 8. Went on a crazy run, but then the Celtics, did what the Celtics tend to kind of do. And they closed out. Now, I mean, look. it's pretty obvious that the Celtics have a whole lot of firepower over there.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know, they can play, you know, we know what they like to do, but we also know that they can give it to you in a lot of different ways. Like, what do you want? Jaylen Brown right now is looking like the star of that team.
Right.
Which is crazy because we both heard what Jason Kidd said.
Yeah, so Jason Kidd came out and said that he felt like Jaylen Brown was the number one player on Boston right now. Right. And then they asked Drew Holiday to comment, and he said, oh, they're not wrong.
Well, Jason Tatum came out. I believe he said something like, you know, that. Like, you know, they're always trying to, like, you know, put a wedge between, you know, Jaylen Brown. Because that is always a conversation, right?
That's true.
Who's the better, you know.
We did it.
We did it. Right? Who's the Batman? Who's the Robin? So, right. But as of right now, it's like watching JT. And I'm like, yo, you can score whenever you want.
Yeah.
And I think because he knows that, he tries to do other things to get his other teammates involved. And listen, if you're beating a team by 30, then what are you doing wrong?
Yeah, by all means, get experimental if you want.
But when I see Jaylen Brown crossing somebody up and getting straight to the rim, and you know, like he's making these moves and you know, being the leading scorer on the team, like Jaylen Brown should be taking a step back. But then again,
do you need to take a step back?
It's a very tough conversation, and I can see Jaylen Brown winning Finals MVP. So now, if you're Jaylen Brown, right, and you win Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and then you win Finals MVP, right, is Jason Tatum? Can we still look at the Celtics and be like, that's his team? Because that's the narrative that they try to put.
That's the thing. So, look, I also, you know, since you're on that topic, I have a little problem with what's going on in media around sports, right?
Do it.
We came out with that episode, right, where none of it had dropped. You know, I think that people get, what's the word I'm looking for? Construed. Is that a word that you kind of, like, get confused?
Yeah.
Construed, right?
Yeah, misconstrued.
Misconstrued, right? About the best Robin in the NBA, this and that. And it gets lost in translation because obviously the day we record is not the same day that we post, right? So we had recorded talking about who's the best Robin in the NBA.
Yeah.
And then maybe the next day or two, we heard it on the radio.
I know.
ESPN radio. Bart Scott.
Yeah.
Shout out Bart Scott. Obviously, we're big Jet fans. Same lingo, word for word, bar for bar. Soldier said, he stole my whole flow. With the same terminology live.
I know.
So does that mean, right? Does that mean out of all 41 subscribers that we have, right? Bart Scott Bart Scott has a ghost YouTube account where he's watching what's going on Cody's Corner. Who knows? But the difference is, right? He said, inarguably, that Scottie Pippen was the number one, right? Where we didn't have that conversation. Now,
Scottie Pippen can't be the number one already because he doesn't have a championship. Well, neither does Kyrie. So,
but we didn't put Kyrie as one. We didn't even make a list, quite honestly. We just
that list is crazy.
Who was the best?
That list is it's a very weird.
They put a lot of OGs, which is the thing. They put they put, if I'm not mistaken, right? I want to misquote good old Bart, right? I want to say they put Pippen at 1. I think they want to put D Wade at 2 or 3, and then I think they had what's his name? Oscar Robertson.
He did play with Kareem.
And they said that he was a good number 2 until Kareem left to LA. But it's kind of like, it's one of those things. Now, the reason I brought that up is not just to throw shade at Bart Scott. It's because I wanted to ask you if Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics, which sounds crazy to say, right? Because it was always Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. If Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics go ahead and win this chip, Is he on that list?
I mean,
because would he even be the Robin right now?
Like I said, I think the narrative is that they want the narrative will be that Jason Tatum and the Celtics, got over the hump.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That'll be the narrative.
But why is it the hump?
Because they've been to the. Jason Tatum is 26 years old and been in 140 something playoff games. Like, my man's been in the playoffs since he's got in the league. Like,
which is
been
impressive.
to the finals, you know what I mean? Like, been to the Eastern Conference Finals several times already. Like, he's, you know what I mean? So, getting over the hump, yes. Like, that's the finals is the hump.
Can I ask you a question as an avid NBA fan? How important is it to have playoff appearances as far as your accolades go?
I mean, playoff appearances can you can be on a bunch of playoff teams. Like, look at this guy, Patrick McCaw, won 2 championships.
Right.
Not playing a minute.
Right.
With the Warriors and then got traded to the Raptors and then won one over there.
Right. That's the thing about weird statistics like that. Are just like, oh, what does that mean for you? Because look, if I can just put a stat out there that I love saying this, bro, especially the New York fans. Jeremy Lin's an NBA champion.
Right.
He's an NBA champion. You know how much playing time he got per game? Maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah. So, I mean, what
does that mean?
So, what it could show if you have a lot of if you're not like a lead contributor,
right,
to like starting and stuff like that, it could say that you contribute to like a winning culture in different ways and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you are a free agent, if they happen to be championship contenders, they'll go off like a guy like Markieff Morris,
right,
has been in mad playoff games, and he don't play no type of minutes. His brother Marcus Morris is a better player than him, and I think Markieff Morris has more playoff appearances than Marcus.
Do you count the one where they subbed one in for the other? Chill. But that was just me being stupid. I know, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't, just because you're a better player doesn't necessarily mean that you're a more successful player.
Right.
Another example of brothers would be the Gasol brothers.
Right.
Right. Obviously, Paul Gasol was in more playoff contention, but Marc Gasol, they say, is the better brother, right?
Who says that?
They.
No, they don't.
So
nobody said. Hold on, because I want to just.
Well, you're a Laker fan.
No. It's not about being a Laker fan. I'm telling you right now that nobody, and not one NBA analyst that you'll ever find.
They both have one, right?
But Pau Gasol has 2.
He does have 2. You're right.
It's number 1. Number 2. Nobody, everybody will say that Marc Gasol was a great player in his own right, and all that good stuff like that. But better than Pau, you're crazy.
Okay, no, I'm not. That's not what
Pau could do. Everything on that court.
Yeah.
Pau Gasol is a Hall of Famer for a good reason.
And Marc Gasol won't be a Hall of Famer.
He would be for sure. I think he got multiple Defensive Player of the Year stuff awards, but
there you go.
It wasn't for Pau Gasol to get multiple Defensive Player of the Years, but
Paul Gasol was
go watch Pau Gasol play.
Yeah, no. I mean,
and Pau was.
I've watched more Pau because of the Lakers.
In the post, crazy he could.
I've watched Pau more so because of the Lakers, but I watched a more recent Marc Gasol win a chip because of Toronto.
Yeah, well.
So I feel like that's the really only like hard comparison I could put between the two. But obviously, I'm a different generation than you.
If I'm not mistaken, the Lakers drafted Marc and we traded him for Pau.
I think that's how it went, yeah. Which is kind of wild, right? Yeah, Marc was just like, yeah, you could live in my house in L.A. Yeah, just come on over.
So why not? So speaking about L.A.,
right.
Some more news. The Lakers seem like they're closing in on offering Dan Hurley
there you go.
a pretty substantial contract. Close to upwards of $100 million. $100 million contract.
As a Laker fan, how do you feel about that?
if we offer Dan Hurley this money and he accepts it for an extended period of time, the contract, right? Let's say it's freaking 10 years or whatever. Who knows what the, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
$100 million is a lot of money for a coach.
Right.
Then let's allow him and his staff to go in there and really build something. Let them have control of who they're, or somewhat control of who's getting drafted. Let him have direct, like with Rob Pelinka, who we should draft, who we should get. This is the type of system I want to run. And let that build. And Laker fans, let's not get crazy. Because, listen, it is what it is. And LeBron's not going to be there for very long. And the likelihood of us winning a championship with LeBron is very low. I don't know what's going to happen in the offseason and all that good stuff like that.
Right, because there's a lot of big names out there in the free agency market, too.
However, though, you got guys like D'Angelo Russell who, looked good in the regular season, looked like, shit in the postseason, which now takes down your trade value. Right. So it's like
Dak Prescott type season.
It's just like, so I don't know what moves we're gonna do. However, we need a culture. Darvin Ham, I'm not quite sure what was going on over there. Sometimes what was the joke that his hands were always in his pockets, right? So the freaking
yeah, I did hear that.
The freaking whiteboard,
online,
the freaking whiteboard with nothing on it, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? From what I know about Dan Hurley, is that he's very innovative when it comes to his offensive schemes in basketball.
Right.
He played, he's coached. You know what I mean? He's
been successful.
He's been successful. You know what I mean? Obviously implementing those creative ideas. And when you have a guy like LeBron, right, and you got another player like Anthony Davis as well,
right?
I think that gives you and we have guys on our team that can do a couple of things, right? Like Rui Hachimura. He has the skill set. He has the athletic ability to be better.
Right.
Now, watching him, sometimes it looked like, I'm not going to say sometimes, a lot of times it looked like he was just lost out there. Like,
right.
And then when he got the ball, it was just simply just try to score. But the thing is that he doesn't have a good enough bag to score one-on-one all the time.
You think he has a poor basketball IQ? Would you say?
I don't think he has a poor basketball IQ. I don't want to say it's one of the highest I've seen. I just think, wait, we talking about Darvin Ham or
no, Hachimura?
No, I just think that his role on that team was to try to score, but sometimes for certain players, you got to put them in positions to score.
Yeah.
And for you to be able to do that, you need to be able to run certain sets, high screens, DHOs, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like a dribble handoff for anybody who doesn't know what a DHO is. You got to be able to, like...
I'm part of that list. Didn't know what that meant.
So you got to just be able to, like, put your guys in position. It didn't seem like Darvin Ham was doing that. It just kind of seemed like it was kind of like, whatever, I'm good to kind of let LeBron kind of do whatever. Like, and is LeBron going to, which is stupid to even say, but is he going to listen and respect a Dan Hurley?
Yeah.
I think he will.
I think he will, too.
The guy's won. He's proven that. You know what I mean? So.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So I've heard a lot of news in the last week since we've last recorded about how they kind of wanted to make it so that, LeBron wasn't as involved in the selective process of who they're going to choose as the next head coach.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, as they shouldn't be.
Right. So, but then when they ask LeBron, he comes out and says, I told them that choose a coach that isn't for me.
Exactly.
Right? Choose a coach that's going to be productive and successful once I'm gone.
Exactly.
But isn't that a little contradictory? Because then that kind of means he's still kind of telling them who to choose, even though it's not in his favor. He's still part of the process, even though the process may not directly benefit him.
Listen, when you're LeBron James or any player for that caliber, you know what I mean, of that caliber, the organization is going to ask your opinion.
Yeah, out of respect.
Out of respect.
Yeah.
You're the star player. whether you guys want to try to take away our championship or not, but he did bring another championship to LA. That ring is real.
Right.
I've got footage on my phone.
Right,
that's a real ring. I've seen it up close.
I got footage on my phone.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real ring. So, and most basketball players, matter of fact, every professional basketball player that I've heard talk about it, which I think their opinion matters.
Of course.
Right? Every professional basketball player has said that that's one of the hardest championships to win.
In the bubble?
In the bubble.
It's funny because everybody else puts an asterisk.
Everybody else puts an asterisk. However, players. I think you can look this up. This isn't something that I'm making up. You can look it up from players from Gilbert Arenas to Jimmy Butler to who was played in the finals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was there.
Jamal Murray, Donovan Mitchell, like these have literally come out and said that it's probably one of the hardest championships too, because of the atmosphere that they were in and all that good stuff like that.
If you ask me, their opinion might matter more.
No, I think it matters the most.
Yeah.
You're a player. Nobody can tell me anything. You're the one that goes out into the stadium and
You were the one in Orlando.
You were the one in Orlando, stuck in your room for however many hours and not being able to see your family, not being able to do nothing like that. You were the one playing on courts that were essentially neutral, where it had nothing to do with other than your skill versus somebody else's skill.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? No crowd to get you amped, no crowd to get the other team out.
No music playing.
No, none of that. It was just you and the other team. You understand what I'm saying?
Nobody on the organ and all
right.
that.
So, do their opinion matter? To me, the most. But I think that's exactly what
he should have why said. They respect him enough to take him through these.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly. Yo,
my headphones have unplugged at least 8 times this episode, bro.
But that's exactly what. Oof.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. That's exactly what should happen though. They need to find a coach that, because after LeBron leaves, AD's still gonna be there unless you decide to trade him or something like that. But I think AD is a good enough player, especially on the defensive side, that if you build around him with certain type of pieces, so obviously you still have to you need at least 2 stars in this league to win. I'm just going to put it like that. So obviously you need to bring in another type of star. However, you know what I mean? Am I boring you?
No, I'm sorry. It's just
because I can pack this up. We can wrap this up.
Chill.
No. If I'm boring
you ever seen that Kodak? Say less. I'm gone.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
No. Please.
Oh, okay. Sure. Well, on that note, whatever. Man, just do whatever you want.
Funny,
do you have anything?
No. You're fun. I'm listening.
I don't got anything to say now.
Nobody getting bored about anything.
Whatever, bro.
No, what I was gonna ask you was, so once LA kind of transitions into this, LeBron's not going to be there forever. Obviously, he's going to leave. Do you think that this offense is then going to have to rely, obviously, more on their skill position players when it becomes an Anthony Davis-led offense?
This is the thing. Dan Hurley is supposed to be very, very good at player development.
Yeah.
So when you have a guy like Austin Reeves, where we look at with our eyes and we say this kid's got potential,
right?
But then you watch him for half of the season go through slumps and not look like he knows where he's supposed to be on the court sometimes with these guys and stuff like that. I think Dan Hurley's gonna help all that stuff like that. Another guy, Rui Hachimura. Mm-hmm. These are young guys, and I think that this is the reason why, because we have a core. We went out, we re-signed Rui.
Right.
We re-signed Austin.
Mm-hmm.
We re-signed Vanderbilt. Mm-hmm. We re-signed all these young guys around LeBron, and I think that that's essentially what LeBron's saying. Regardless of me, I can adapt to anything.
Yeah.
Whether you think so or not, LeBron has a ridiculous, basketball IQ, and he knows when to, assert his will and when not to. So he knows the guy's damn near 40. He knows he's not going to be in the league that long. So if you ask him, hey, what do you think? Yeah, get a coach that's going to, make an imprint on these young guys and bring the best out of them and all that stuff like that. You got the best out of me already for 20 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm giving you what I have left.
This is my decline right now.
This is it. You know what I mean? Anthony Davis still has a few good years left in him. He just played the most games he's played in the last few years, playing 76. all NBA first team and defensive team. So you still have things here. Austin Reeves, another good player, played on the Olympic team. You know what I mean? Like you have guys. So
would you say that this arguably could be like Anthony Davis's climax?
I mean,
we saw the best out of Anthony Davis this season.
I mean, and with Anthony Davis healthy, he's always but yeah, he's like in that prime-ish range, you know what I mean? Like next year could possibly be like one of his like we already saw his best statistical year already. Like we could see that again. Anthony Davis healthy, I don't see us not seeing that same AD again.
I think we need an AD jersey behind you instead of that Kobe. I think we need it. Or
I don't know about that.
Or we need to hang like a listen. No disrespect to Kobe, but
no,
like,
Kobe's but see that's the thing. We're not talking about Lakers.
But there's a whole lot of Kobe around here. I'm saying maybe Anthony Davis deserves a little more love.
I mean, I do got an all black AD.
Throw a little AD right there, a little AD something else around here.
I do got an all
like
black
that.
AD, but I also heard too like rumblings that because AD's from Chicago,
right?
About maybe trading him to Chicago for like DeMar DeRozan and whoever, but who knows? Like basically for Zach LaVine and like DeMar DeRozan.
I don't think that the Lakers would survive if we lost Anthony Davis right now.
No, not right now because we'd be so small. I mean, there's too many questions.
Yeah, I was about to say too much small ball, especially if LeBron's the one that's like out the door. On top of that, I don't think that it would work for us. Yeah,
I mean, it depends on what we'd have to get back. I would have to take. We would need like for the Bulls to get AD. I need. You can keep DeRozan because I know he tries to play that power forward position, but I don't really like him there.
He's not consistent.
I would need Vucevic, and they're not going to give me Vucevic because they're going to want to pair Vucevic with Anthony Davis. That's exactly what they would want to do. You know what I'm saying? They'll give up Zach LaVine. They'll give us Zach.
Yeah, there's been speculation about Zach LaVine for a long time, actually.
Yeah, they'll give us Zach. So, I mean, but you can't have AD. So, I don't know. Not in my book, you can't have AD.
I mean, look, I think your book is as close to anybody's book when it comes to LA right now. So as far as that goes, I don't see that being realistic, at least in the near future.
Yeah.
About him going back to Chicago, maybe him ending his career in Chicago. That's a different story. Like you said, he might have a couple more years left, so that opportunity is still there, but it's just not now.
Yeah.
But I do have a question for you. So,
please.
Like we said, Game 2 is tonight. Like we said, it's June 9th right now. They play on ABC at 8 p.m. Eastern. We had a little conversation during the season about how Joe Mazzulla looks up to what's that soccer coach's name? Pepe, whatever his name is. You know who I'm talking about? Though. Yeah. He was at Game 1.
Yeah.
And they interviewed him. They asked him, how do you feel about how Joe Mazzulla's coaching is going? And he said that it's exactly what he expected out of him when they beat them by 30. So I think that at the time when we brought up this subject about how Joe Mazzulla kind of reflects his thought process about coaching to soccer, a lot of people looked at that and said, that doesn't make any sense. Those are two completely different sports. These are two different techniques when it comes to how to how to properly assert your offense in a scheme. He's beating the Mavs by 30.
I mean, when you have Kristaps Porzingis come out and have the first half that he did, have the game that he did, really, like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, the Celtics have Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, and he's the weakest link at that. You know what I'm saying? He's still a very viable, big man.
Right.
So it's like, and you have the Dallas Mavericks who have Kyrie and Luka. The list stops there.
I was waiting for you to continue.
No, the list stops there.
You don't have nothing else to.
Do you want me to say PJ Washington? Do you want me to say...
This is my P.J. Washington impression.
I know. Do you want me to say Daniel Gafford? Who? They have Luka.
I get it.
And Kyrie. Also, by the way, funny little stat. Speaking about, obviously these teams.
Right.
For the last 7 championships, a former Wizard has won the last 7 championships.
Which is wild.
which is crazy. I think I have the list.
Yeah, I think you did have the list.
I think I have the list here. If you're wondering who are the two Wizards in the championship this year, so it's gonna happen for an 8th straight season.
Yep.
It's Daniel Gafford.
Yeah.
And Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, I was about to say Porzingis is also.
Porzingis played for the. Yeah, he was actually. They were both.
So it'll be 8 after this.
Yeah, they were both because Porzingis got traded from the Wizards to the Celtics.
Yeah.
And then it was the same thing with
that 3-way trade, right?
Yeah, and then Daniel Gafford ended up being on the Mavericks.
That's crazy.
And now look.
What are the odds?
Not.
I mean,
not high.
They're high, obviously.
Are they high? They can't.
It has to be the last 7.
Well, it's either. Well, what does that say? Like the. So you've got the last. So. Sean Livingston.
Yep.
JaVale McGee.
Yep.
Jody Meeks.
Yep.
Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he was on the Laker team.
Yep. JaVale McGee was also on the Laker team.
Yep.
Markieff Morris was also on the Laker team. They were all on the Wizards.
Yeah.
Bobby Portis.
Yep.
Gary Payton. Otto Porter Jr. when they won with Golden State. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yeah.
Denver. Jeff Green. Ish Smith. Thomas Bryant.
KCP won when he was in LA and when he was in Denver, right?
Yeah.
KCP was on that LA team too.
Yeah. They didn't even put that up on here, but
that's facts.
So, I mean, and it's going to happen for an 8th straight season.
How come the Wizards can't figure it out before they leave the Wizards? That's all I'm saying. So
the Wizards franchise hasn't won a championship since 1978.
That's insane. That was back when they were the Bullets, right? So I want to speak about something a little less positive.
Mm-hmm.
This is my only headline from NBA that I wanted to actually speak on. So we were talking about, obviously, before about how there's players, obviously, that get penalized for gambling in professional sports. The most significant in recent news in the NBA was Jonte Porter. He's actually being treated for his gambling addiction currently, like actively. Like he's going through the process of figuring it out, what have you. And I think if there's anything that we obviously try to promote as much as we can, it's just, gambling responsibly.
Please. And
making sure that whatever you do is not over damaging or affecting your financial security.
Yeah, don't bet the house and end up.
Yeah, we say that a lot. It's funny, haha. Don't lose your house, but people do it. And at the end of the day, it's an addiction just like anything else. Whether it be a substance, whether it be some people are addicted to what have you. Success.
Yeah.
So people get addicted to
I mean, listen.
Anything. So.
It is a nice feeling. All right, to win some money.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like to make a little bit of money turn into a lot of money. And I know that, social media and all these things and they post these, oh my, look at this winning ticket.
Yeah.
Well, think
about the logs.
Well, think about this. That winning ticket, that person that won for $30,000 or whatever off of $15. Think of how many people gamble.
Yeah.
And think of that's the only ticket that you saw like that.
Right. They won that one ticket, but how many did they lose?
Right.
You know
what I mean?
And they're not going to post the losers. They're only going to post the winners.
They're only going to post the losers.
Even, and we haven't looked at the statistics, right? I mean, I think that when we spoke about Tucupito from last week, I think the statistic was he had only...
Tucupita or Tucupito?
Tucupita, excuse me. Tucupita Marcano.
Yeah,
so that's the O, right? We don't want to mispronounce nobody. No disrespect, right? We looked at... I don't know if I said this on the show. He had only won, of all the wagers that he was caught placing, he only won 4% of them.
Yeah, you don't... It's not like... That's what I'm thinking. It's
made so the house wins.
Always.
Not you.
Always. You always think, at the end of the day... These guys sit here and I've seen it all, right? With the last 10 games and this and all right, go ahead and put them. Watch him go out and have 12 points.
Right. And then they think it's really because of them. Oh, if I hadn't put it, he would have.
Yeah. Nah, man, you can't. It's gambling for a reason. The stakes are high for a reason because you can't determine what's going to happen. No matter how many analytics what AI you use, this and that, whatever books. It doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah.
this guy hits a home run every Friday for the past blah blah blah, and then so I'm gonna put $100 on him. He hits nothing. He goes 0 for 3.
When his right sock is higher than his left sock, you know that
it's not. So please,
and we're not telling people not to gamble. We're telling people that if you're going to, listen, just always remember it's fun. It is for fun, and nothing is more important than your well-being of your life.
Listen,
don't touch anything that's going to bother your bills.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch anything that's going to bother your house.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch anything that's going to bother your meals.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bank on money that you're going to win to pay your bills.
Mm-hmm.
That is the worst thing you can do, because what is it? It's a gamble. It's a risk. It's a chance. None of these things are more important than saving your money for the things that you really care about. There's people, and it also obviously affects everybody. Not to just target Jonte Porter. Everybody knows, it's no mystery. Michael Jordan was a huge gambler, still is. And
Charles Barkley too. Charles Barkley stopped for a while, and Charles Barkley is a person that, never has really had hurting for money since even right out of the NBA. He started commentating and all that stuff that.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. So we just say this. It happens all the time. Clearly, we all knew that with gambling becoming legal, like more and more legal, you were gonna start seeing more of this.
Of course.
We all knew that. So
you open that floodgate to more people, especially now that online apps are a thing. You don't have to go somewhere physically to go place a wager. You don't have to go to a casino.
Exactly.
Whatever. Another big name, and this is actually someone that I have somewhat of a respect for how he's handling it now.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you're very into what we spoke about in the past about radio personalities.
Yeah.
Craig Carton. Have you ever heard the name Craig Carton? You remember back in the day, Boomer Esiason, before it was Boomer and Gio, it was Boomer and Carton.
Oh yes, Boomer and Carton. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So Craig Carton, he actually went to prison for a year. Because, I don't know, have you ever heard this before?
No.
That's the reason that it's not Boomer and Carton anymore. He was actually found guilty of putting fake sports tickets online for sale so that people would buy the tickets, and he used that to fund his gambling. And then he was found guilty. He went to prison for a year. He was taken off the show,
Well, no,
like that. But now, the reason I say I respect him now is because after he got out of prison, he kind of is reformed now. He's no longer into that, and instead he's actually a spokesperson for BetMGM when it comes to
responsible
gambling. So
good.
When I think he's back on the radio now. I forget what station he's on. I don't want to put that out there, but he's back on the radio now, and he takes an hour of every air time to speak on responsible gambling and how important it is to not let your gambling habits get ahead of you and the lifestyle that you live, because obviously it's also per scenario. If I'm making $120 a year, I shouldn't be gambling 100 of that a year.
No,
versus someone like let's say Drake, who is betting on $1 million on cricket. He can afford to do that, so it's all proportionate to how much money you make and what have you.
Listen, Dave Portnoy, whatever the case may be, is on track right now to win $7 million this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but you can't. Those are not the average people's bar.
Right.
So I'm gonna put this like that. And these people that a lot of times I see it on Twitter all day, sometimes on IG and stuff like that, but it's these people, they're posting these tickets, and you see these odds and blah, 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 and you see them hit one every so often. It's not that, all right? Gambling is not that. It is legit just gambling. You are most likely not going to win. There's probably an 80% chance that you're going to lose the bet that you put in, no matter how foolproof it looks. Unless you're going for a straight... listen, there are ways to make money in gambling, and I will say this, there are ways to make money in gambling, but it's not the way that you're gonna want to do it. And I'm gonna say it straight up, because I can tell you right now, go put $100 on freaking Jason Tatum getting 8+ rebounds. I guarantee you'll make some money on it, because he's gonna get 8+ rebounds. Now, is the money that's gonna return to you going to be that significant or whatever?
You're gonna hit the lottery? No,
you know what I mean. So it's not fun to you. Now, is it more fun to put $10 on Jason Tatum making 25 points and Luka Doncic, whatever the case may be, and $100 wins you 30,000. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
But the majority of people that need that $100 to the majority of people that don't need that $100 there's a gap.
That's the thing. If you need the $100, don't give up the $100. Right. Because you feel like, oh, if I need the $100, I'll have more than $100. It's never guaranteed, right? The whole thing is leisure.
Right.
You don't make it to break it. You don't put your life on the line. That's just what it comes down to. We say it every time, and we also give you our own parlays, and it's not because we want you to be millionaires. It's because we know that if you're watching a show like us, you must have some sort of passion for the sport.
Exactly.
And that's why you even watch the game in the first place. That's why you're putting bread on the game in the first place. It's because you like basketball.
Let me tell you,
football, baseball. It's not because we're not financial advisors either.
Let me tell you this.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to watch the game no matter what. Right?
Me too.
But during the season, when it's the Cleveland freaking Cavs, right? The Cavaliers against the Magic, I might want to put a little money on it and make it a little bit more exciting because this game is a little, whatever.
It might be a little. It might be I might be out here yawning.
You know what I mean? If I'm so like it is what it is. So just please be responsible. And I say that because again, we do give out a little parlays here and stuff like that. So, it's just for fun. It's not like we lost last week. Well, I lost last week, whatever the case may be.
I'll take that with you. We lost last week.
We lost last week. Kyrie didn't, do what he was supposed to. Those were the only legs that we lost. Everybody else went through. Even the one that I was scared of, Kristaps Porzingis with the 2+3s hit in the first quarter there. So I mean, hey, listen, it is what it is. It happens. I will be giving you guys another parlay next episode. Because by the time you hear this episode, it'll already be the game is tonight, so it makes no point. So
for a game 3,
it'll be a game 3, which I believe is going to be in Dallas because in the finals, for you don't know, it's 2-3, 1-1. Yeah, right. 2-3 and 1-1.
I can tell you right now if you want me to.
Oh no, it's 2-3-2. Sorry, it's not 2. I think it's 2-3-2.
So yeah, so this one today is in Boston. The next one's Dallas.
Celtics. 2-3-2.
Yeah.
So it's 2-3-2. So the next 3 games, after this game. So you'll have a parlay for you guys, game 1, in Dallas. I'll work on that. I'll do some I'll do some research on that one. Try to give you a good one. Try to give you a hitter. But again,
for fun,
of course, for fun. But again, you know what I'm saying. If you don't have the money, if you can't afford it, you know what I'm saying. Don't but you still want to listen. $10 is $10. You know what I'm saying? If you could do $10 and $10 could, if you can make $10, I tell this to people all the time. The people that want to gamble, right? That are like, and even this isn't guaranteed or anything, but it's like, if I told you that, you could make $10 into 40 or 50,
right?
Would you do it?
Yeah, probably.
All right. So then look at it like that.
Yeah, but it's not going to change anyone's life.
It's not going to change your life. But, hey, I got a couple extra dollars now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Think of it like that. And if you could think of it like that on some, you know what I mean? Then you'll be fine. You'll end up in a decent spot. You'll still probably lose more than you win, but you'll still be in a decent spot where you're not going bankrupt and you're still having maybe a couple extra dollars to kind of play around with. And that's all you can really, because unless you're some of these top cappers and stuff like that, and even them, you know what I mean? Like, they're putting crazy amounts of money on tickets. I don't know if I could
live my life like that. Like, imagine like a Dan Bilzerian or something like that. That your whole life is just like.
His whole life was fake too. Did you ever see that?
Nah.
Oh, look that up.
I never saw that. His whole life is fake.
His whole gimmick, whole thing is all set up. Got the money from his pops and stuff like that. Like, he's not a self-made poker guy. Like, all that's all bullshit. He's actually not even ranked like in poker. Like, it's not like, look it up, dude.
Get out of here. I never knew that.
Yeah, dude.
The more you know.
Honestly,
I like. You have anything else to say? You got anything else to add?
Honestly, no. I'm good for everybody. Again, you're not going to hear this, until later on in the week. But enjoy the game. thank you for always, listening to us. Thank you to our fans. How many subscribers we got now?
We got what on YouTube?
Yeah, how many subscribers?
We got 41, I think.
41 subscribers. 41. We appreciate.
Hopefully by the
guys.
end of this finals, if we do everything right, we touch a little 50.
Maybe touch a little 50. Nothing crazy. We're not trying to, But
listen, we're not bad people. We're just two guys trying to make it out here. Trying to give you that information that we want ourselves, bro.
100%.
You don't gotta scroll on Instagram for hours and hours trying to get what you're looking for. We all got it for you right here, jam packed.
Got it right here.
We'll save you all the time, energy, and money that you need, bro.
Look at that.
On that note, look, enjoy Game 2 for anybody that's Game 2 will already be out. By the time it comes out, and maybe enjoy Game 3. Enjoy everything, man. At the end of the day. What's that saying? I want to end it with a saying. What's that? Don't take life too serious. You'll never make it out alive. You like that one?
It's what's one of the ones I like? Only 2 things in life are certain: taxes and death.
There you go.
So
on that note,
live your life as
Live your life as it comes to you.
Right.
We wish you nothing but the best. Enjoy your week. It's getting a little nicer in New Jersey right now.
Yes, it is.
And have your fun. And as always, I'll see you.
I'll see you.